Dragon, we are here today with a live stream for the Tokugawa Restoration Labyrinth of Fate Grand Order, of course. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So here, let me check something. The Tokugawa. So practically everything is here. All right. Hey, we can go ahead and get this thing started. So first of all, we have 13 days of this, the Ooku, and of course we have the summoning campaign, which we're going to be doing after we start the freaking after I actually start it. So let's start it before we actually jump into it. So before we jump into this, let's get out of here and start. I am getting laser pointer out of here. Probably just this. That don't even matter. Let's see. Going with the prologue. Go get the prologue started. I want to make sure all this stuff gets started before we actually continue on. So let's start with here. It says, "Here you go, senpai. I decided to try herbal tea today. What do you think?" She trying to get me some herbs. It smells great. It's very soothing. I was so happy when I found out that she had brought along these sorts of luxury goods. Well, of course you are happy about that. Hang on a second. I have to do this right now. Yes, of course, having nothing but bland supplements would ruin the camp-like atmosphere. I am fine with only the bare minimum of resources necessary to survive myself, but I cannot speak for anyone else. So I made sure you would have a wide variety of food and recreation to choose from, thus satisfying your need for both mental and physical nourishment. This girl is on the ball. She knows exactly what we want. I mean, what we might need. So thanks a lot for that. I already spent all of the Atlas time points I had been saving for years to acquire them, so you may as well make the most of them. Well, okay then. Yeah. It says, "I'm so grateful to her." Before we got to the Wandering Sea, we had to do with nothing but the border's emergency supplies. Okay. Whoa. Hee hee. You know, having proper tea together like this again reminds me of the Okadea in the Antarctic. Oh, so we're just bringing that up now, huh? Me too. I know things are completely different now, so I shouldn't be feeling sorry for myself, but they say it's important to rest up when you can. There's a saying for this sort of thing: haste makes waste. Yes, I've heard that one before. There are similar sayings in other languages as well. It's amazing to think that similar sayings would be formed in complete different civilizations and cultures. Anyways, putting all that aside, right? You're right at this point. You're right at this point. All we can do is wait for Shion and Captain to finish modifying the shadow border, Spiritron border. I was thinking of saying that. Right? So that it will be stable enough for us to head to the Atlantic Lost Belt. As much as we'd like to help, it's all just way above our heads. I wonder how it's coming along. Good question. All we know for sure is that it's taking longer than anyone expected. Shion said that Da Vinci's design for the border is even more intricate and delicately balanced than she had thought. And I remember Da Vinci seemed both pleased and apologetic about that. And at any rate, they also said that there's a crucial part they need for the modifications. And that we'll probably need to go to the Indian Lost Belt to get it, which makes a whole lot of sense there. I wonder what that's all about. It could be something that can only be obtained there, or it could be for some other reason. I mean, yeah, that's true. Hang on a sec. Oh, here he is. I'm sorry, I just don't know enough to say one way or the other. All I know is that at this point, it sounds like... Wait, that scared the hell out of me. Let me start that over. Says all I know is that at this point, it sounds like they're putting the pieces together so they can install this necessary part. Shion thought that this preliminary preparation would be finished soon after we got back from the Chinese Lost Belt. But apparently things don't quite go as planned. Got that right. Still, Captain did say it looks like we should be finishing the stage for fairly soon. Fairly soon now. Then let's recuperate until it's our turn to help. Agreed. We should rest up while we can so we can hit the ground running. Would you like some more tea, Senpai? We also have plenty of cookies to go with. Alright, I know what you're about to say. There's way too many, right? Well, there's a reason for that. Things have become much more lively around Caldea Base now that we have more servants here. So I made extra to share in case I ran into any of them on my way here. But as luck would have it, I haven't seen anyone else today, not even Foe. In fact, now that I think about it, it feels like Caldea Base is way too quiet today. Hey, what the? Well, there you go. Oh, hello. Do you still exist over there, Dante Yeager? If you are there, well, give me some sort of response. Even empty messages will do. Otherwise, this is the end for New Caldea. Oh, well, of course, it just had to be here. We couldn't even take a break. It's just like, oh, we have to jump in now. I'm here. Wait. Calmly sips herbal tea. This is not the time to ghost me. We already have more than enough dead air in our bushes. Don't ghost. Now you see me, now you don't. I'm a ghost. I said don't ghost earlier. Stupid. Anyway. Okay, I can hear you breathing, so that will suffice to confirm your existence for me. Are you there too much? Even better. What's going on, Shion? Why is the alarm going off? In all of history, there has only ever been one reason for an alarm to go off at the base. New Chaldea is under attack. Attack? Correct. It is rather terrible, like waking only to find all your data from yesterday is corrupted. What else can you do at a time like this but laugh? No, sorry. This really is not the time to disassociate from reality, is it? We do not have a moment to waste. Please come to the command room at once. Understood. Let's go, Master. We're here. What in the world is going on, Shion? Before I answer that, I would like to confirm something with you. Do you see anyone else on your way here? Anyone at all? Like one of the staff or a servant? No, I didn't. In fact, I was just telling Master how strange it was that I hadn't seen anyone else today. Does that have something to do with this attack? It is what I was afraid of. I was hoping that at one point, one person might be hiding with present concealment, but I guess that is not the case. As soon as I realized there was no one else in the command room, no staff, no Holmes, no Da Vinci, I cut off your cause and effect interference to keep you both safe. Okay, give me a minute because I am thirsty now that you saying that. Straight up thirsty. Let me see. Be right. Be getting water. That is weird. And I am back and back and back with the shit that I need. To think the only ones I could help in times were you two and myself, especially since I already cut myself off from human history. Shion? Oh, sorry. I will leave my self-explanation and strategizing to a different thought process and get to the main topic. We can see what sort of attack we are under for yourselves. Even after sounding the alarm and putting out a call, you two were the only ones to come here, and that can only mean one thing. We are now the only ones left in the entire Chaldea base. Well, that was something. We're already starting off in the back. Oh shit. My fault. Well, luckily I already finished that before it fucked up. Otherwise it'd be really, really bad. So let's get back on this. Alright, I can't even talk because... Whoops. Well, it don't matter. We still got some more for the prologue, so let's get this out of the way. Get the prologue out of the way. The Spiritron graph is still working, but we cannot summon a single servant. And there is not a single member of Caldea staff anywhere in the base, let alone the command room. Even my servant captain is gone. We are the only ones left. Whether this is due to external interference or internal sabotage, there is clearly ill intent at work. Everyone's gone. I still need to investigate more thoroughly before I can say exactly what happened, but it is already clear what the corporate used to accomplish this. It was Rayshifts, and they used Rayshifts to induce forced Spiritron summoning. To do it in layman's terms, my coffin was used as a catalyst with which to forcefully Rayshift everyone away. What? Is that even possible? I am sure it would be with Caldea, but this is Novum Caldea. There is no phase navigational system that advanced here. So it would be impossible to reverse summon by hijacking our system. Usually I would be 99% sure about that conclusion, but I do have a theory or two on how it could possibly happen. However, they are so absurd that I decided to shelve them for now. Next time, I will not be so quick to criticize how Holmes handles situations like this. I mean, if there were a locked room murder mystery in... A locked room murder mystery, it would be as if the killer was the greatest pitcher in the entire universe and they killed the victim by throwing a ball through an ear vent. That is how unlikely the circumstances would need to be for that to happen, though. That said, I suppose the universe's greatest pitcher were actually here, then it would technically be possible. Sorry, getting sidetracked. Back on point, we are the only ones capable of fighting back against this attack. Dante Yeager, Maj, and myself, Shion, Eltanem, Socarius. Who could the attacker be, and why in the world would they do this? That is a good question. I cannot say anything about that just yet. That said, I do not think one of the cryptors is behind this, since they have no reason to leave their lost belts. I also still have a faint connection to my own servant, Captain. So the fact that he has yet to take any action must mean he is trapped, and I would guess that all of their staff and servers are as well. Are they okay? And that's what I want to know too. Not everyone on Caldea's staff is a mage. If they really were Rayshifts, then I see you were worried they may be unable to withstand the Rayshift and disappear upon reaching their destination. I cannot deny that such a worst case scenario is possible. But in this case, I do not think you need to worry, as a Rayshifts destination does not appear to belong to standard history. Well, okay. They are moving through space more than me, so my coffin will have no problem verifying their existence. Of course, I cannot guarantee their safety if they should encounter some sort of violence at their destination. But if all the culprit wished to do was hurt them, they would not need to go to the trouble of reshifting them.
Ugh.
Okay. So thinking logically, I suspect that the culprit's goal was to summon and capture them, not kill them. If I were the culprit, I would frozen them the moment they were summoned and kept them packaged as spiritrons. I have to do that for the people with the Rayshift altitude anyway, and it would also stop the servants from fighting back. Since they are already being converted during the Rayshift process, that would definitely be the most efficient way. Okay. Then there's still a chance we can save them. Since they Rayshift, does that mean you know where they went? Of course, that is the most important part after all. When I got to the command room, all of the Rayship equipment was already set to fixed parameters. To put it another way, they are all pointed towards a very specific set of coordinates. And since everyone was reverse summoned... Wait, oops. And since everyone was reverse summoned away, this almost certainly means that someone or something is at the coordinates. Definitely someone and something. Though, of course, I cannot say if the culprit just forgot to cover their tracks. There was nothing they could do to hide them, or they left them here on purpose to lure us. Where are these coordinates exactly? Does this mean they point to a singularity from the past? Wait. Earlier. Past, that is really the key problem. Remember what I said earlier about this destination not belonging to standard history. It is technically a singularity, but also quite different from a singularity we have seen before. So far, we have seen so far. Alright, its influence is spreading, or perhaps I should say stretching. Usually the bizarre phenomenon that takes place in singularities are confined to that singularity, but this singularity is trying to interfere with proper human history while remaining a singularity. In that case, it may be closer to a lost belt. If we think human history as one, if we think of human history as one long scroll, singularities are like stains that weaken the scroll by contaminating the history around them. That kind of makes sense, I guess. Whereas lost belts are like another scroll entirely that was discarded once it was clear it was no longer useful. It could be that the singularity is some sort of hybrid, a pseudo singularity similar to Shinjuku or Shimosa. I think the most appropriate name we could give it in these specific conditions is Humanity Destruction Zone. Well, there you have it. That is the wrong thing to call that, but sure. So this is a singularity unlike any other we've seen. Wait, if it's similar to Shinjuku, that would mean Right. If this singularity is the same as Shinjuku, that would mean it came about from the central coordinates for the singularity, which is currently stretching out in a line point to mid-17th century Japan during the Edo period. The providence of Shimosa you observed before is gone from history, so I expect this incident is completely unrelated. Understood. Regardless, I think there's only one option left for us. Now that we know where everyone was taken and the path to them is still open, we have to go there too. From there, we need to find whoever or whatever behind this, defeat them, and rescue everyone. Director Minure, I hope you guys are okay. Hang on, just hang in there, Da Vinci. Yes, that is true. In the end, that is what it all comes down to. But I'm afraid I cannot let the both of you go there. Wait, why not? I want you to help me, Mush. I already have my hands full of observing the singularity. Okay, so now I know what she meant. I need one more skilled operator who can trust the and to observe and verify Dante Yeager's existence. Someone who is capable of filling in for 3 Kaldea staff members on their own. But if I do that, there will be no one left to help Senpai in the singularity. That is true, but this is a question of priorities. If this were a diving expedition, it would be it would be a decision between going down to the depths with an escort but without a diving suit, or going down with a diving suit but no escort. It's not even a matter of which is safer. If we are unable to verify his existence, he will not be able to dive down into this other world, into the other world at all. But still, going into a singularity without even a single servant is just... Yes, I do understand your concerns, but look at Dante Yeager. I'll admit the idea of going there alone is terrifying. But that's just as true for everyone else too. Exactly. The fact is, this figurative boat we are in is on the verge of sinking, and we are all in it together. As our base was already attacked once, there is no telling when those of us staying here may be attacked again, right? So I am afraid our only option is for you to summon up your courage and look for either a weapon or a companion on site. Fortunately, the singularity is in the 17th century Japan, which by all accounts was a civilized society, so you should be able to reason with the people there. Way too optimistic on that one. As long as you can get past the first hurdle, I am sure you will be able to move things along rapidly. Wait, what first hurdle? Oh, come on. Have you ever seen a samurai movie? I mean, when they draw their swords, if they feel someone has behaved improperly towards them, I think they call it Boriuchi. Gosh, imagine a society where you cannot even speak to anyone above your class for fear of being beheaded. That would be terrifying. That doesn't sound reasonable at all. Boriuchi, I've never heard of that before. I see, so that is the situation we are in. Wait, what just popped out? Oh. I was like, what just popped out? If this singularity is that dangerous, I will have to summon up my courage as well. For it seems I am the only servant in all of Kaldea who managed to evade capture. You're... Yes, Seshuin Kiara, a servant. I came as soon as I heard the commotion. So, you are going to Japan, then I will come with you. When do we leave? You're, who are you again? Seshuin. Yes, it is I, your faithful servant, Seshuin Kiara. Never did I expect to receive so much attention from you, especially in front of other people like this. Thank you, Master. Well, looking at this magical energy flow, this is definitely one of Dante Yeager's servants. Let me see. Class alter ego, a special kind of heroic spirit who does not fall under the standard categories. Because yikes. Imagine, just imagine if. Terrifying. So you are a non-regulation servant. This is right in the line with my calculations, yes? Since even I was not able to see you, the enemy must have overlooked you entirely. At any rate, this works out perfectly. Now we have a trustworthy bodyguard to go along with Dante Yeager. Oh, I'm so relieved. Thank you, Kiara. I'm so sorry I wasn't aware of you up until now. But you're obviously gentle, clean, and cool-headed, and you even seem to be familiar with Japan. I don't know anything about those things that you just said, Mosh, because that sounds like a straight-up lie. I couldn't have asked for anyone better right now. When did you summon her, senpai? I can't seem to remember. Come to think of it, when did I summon her? I can't. You are sure we can trust her, right? Of course, I couldn't tell you why. I don't know about trust, but she's definitely dependable. I see, so she's another anti-hero like Shuten Doji. She doesn't quite seem to fit that mode, but never mind that. Thank you for doing this, Kiara. I know that between keeping Master safe and rescuing all the others, this is a lot to ask of you, but... Tihi, you're so polite, Lady Mosh. That heartfelt consideration of yours is all the reward I need. Please, you needn't worry. As I said, I will be happy to accompany Master. Usually, a servant like myself would have no part to play in any mission and would never even be called upon. So, if you have called upon me now, the circumstances must be dire indeed. I, Sesshu and Kiara, swear to swallow any hard feelings I may have and do everything I can to help. Hard feelings for beating her, huh? If the extra class servant escaped the enemy's notice, maybe we still have hope finding a couple more. Ideally, I would like to send Dante Yeager in with 4 heavenly kings, or at least 3 musketeers. Alas, it seems I was the only one to elude the hand of temptation. I am somewhat different from the other extra servants thanks to my something skill. Do you mean independent action? There must be a very powerful story behind you. I would be very interested to hear more about it, but right now, aha, I found someone. You mean there's another servant besides Kira? Yes, I managed to track down one more. Excellent work, me. However, this servant is not here in the Wandering Sea. Their signal I found belongs to the very last servant that was first summoned out of here. They appear to have stopped right before the end of their Rayship. Perhaps they are doing their best to fight back. If you go after them now, you may still be able to rendezvous with them. Oh my, so they're doing their best to stay strong. How reassuring. But any heroic spirit is completely defenseless right after a Rayship, no matter how strong they are. They could easily be gobbled up from behind before they could adapt to the singularity. Oh yes, I understand. I also understand why you would be reluctant to act under the circumstances, Lord Dante Yeager, but I think now is the time to do so. We should Rayshift out of here and go help that last servant as soon as possible. I agree with Miss Kiara. If we do not help them now, this servant will most likely end up trapped, just like all the others. You need to make contact with them first and reestablish your contracts connection. I am sorry I cannot give you more time to prepare before you leave Dr. Jaeger, but that's okay, I'm ready. Hey, I'm reminded of another saying, make hay while the sun shines. What? What? Huh? If we know what it is we have to do, risk something important if we don't act soon, then maybe we should just ignore any doubt we have and move full speed ahead. Just either way, my job is to make sure you have all the support you need. Well, isn't that nice? So please, Master Kiara, we're counting on you to save everyone. Understood. Not to worry. I will take care of this. Whatever I could do to help, however small, I will see this through to the end, even should it cost me my life. So she says. Still, to think that our reunion after so long a time would involve a journey to such a faraway land. Just imagine the two of us all alone on a dangerous expedition with me in this fleeting form that could be turned to dust at any moment. Okay, I forgot how horny this girl was. Yep, old girl is horny. I can see I will need to be ever so careful. What do you take me for? Otherwise, I may get so nervous that I inadvertently reveal a rather unseemly side of myself. Tee tee hee. What, your horny side? We already saw it, girl. Says final safety check complete, all systems are a go. The Rayshifts coordinates are a set to the 35 degree north, blah blah blah, mid, we already know. Since you seem to have some familiarity with the country, you probably already know this, but this will put you in the town of Edo from about 400 years ago, the city everyone today knows as Tokyo. Right. One of your primary goals for the Rayshifts involves the location itself. This is not an ordinary singularity. It is a massive human destruction zone that appears to even be affecting the axis of time itself. If we do not do something about it now, it certainly could become a huge problem. So one of your primary goals is to take care of the zone itself. Most of the singularity we have seen to date were caused by a massive magical energy source, or it's typically a holy grail. So if you find something like that here too, you may need to take it into custody. No problem, been there, done that, got the mystic code. True, I guess I do not have to tell you that that particular goal is just the official party line, at least in one sense. I mostly just said it to cover our bases. And like an alibi, just keep it in mind so you do not forget it entirely. The other goal is, of course, much more important and much more urgent. Rescuing all of the Caldea personnel and servants currently trapped there. We still have another huge problem we need to take care of, namely resolving the bleached earth phenomenon. This order may be much smaller in comparison, but it is an important step nonetheless. This enemy has launched a direct attack on Caldea. There is only one thing for us to do in response. Counterattack, counterattack, and counterattack some more. By doing so, we will fortify our position for the upcoming Grand Order. So I hope you understand that this Rayshift is a crucial trial for all of us at Novum Caldea. Right to that. Good. Then as this Rayshift superior supervisor, I hereby declare that this emergency directive, this counter order is underway. Master, please be careful over there. Yeah. Starting Rayshift. Oh. And one more thing for the prologue, and then we can get right to the summoning. It's almost been an hour anyway. I felt as though something or someone was calling me. I am not just one thing now. All sorts of things are layered on top of each other to form me, though I also feel as though it has been that way for a very long time. I am a goddess. I am the wife of the supreme god Mehesvara. I am a servant. I am the avatar of mankind. I am called upon by humans. I am the one who aids the effort to protect the world. And now I am being called away, heading there as I speak. Though I am sure I am being called away, I also know that I am heading there of my own volition. I had to, I must. The impulses within my divine core demand it. I brush off the arm rudely trying to take hold of me, but I don't run away from it. Instead, I follow it to its source. I step out of the passageway made by humans with human craftsmanship. I head towards a place that is not now. No, a time that is not here. I know something is waiting for me, something I can't ignore, and now I arrived at a land of humanity, twisted beyond all recognition. I saw it the moment I arrived. The light of a soul so faint it seemed as though it might go out at any moment. It was so small, so weak, but it was still glowing. Even if it was fated to vanish in an instant, it was still there. I saw it. It looked to me like it was struggling desperately against something, like it was waiting for help. I'm sure this isn't the reason I came here. It was only by coincidence that I happened to find this tiny remnant of a human soul. But that's exactly why I had to help it somehow. After all, if I came across a person in trouble, I wouldn't need a reason to help them. Every decent person would help to do the same, even if they rarely do in practice. So, as a kind and loving goddess, I could not, how could I refuse? So the Rayshift has begun. Teehee, it looks like we've arrived successfully, Lord Dante Jaeger. So, that was a Rayship. How novel. It's quite a different mystic and even experience than entering someone's mind, teehee. What is this place? Usually we would try to set the Rayship coordinates to give you some time to take stock of your surroundings, but we simply don't have the time. So instead, we went with a location as close as possible to the target reading. As a result, it looks like you've ended up inside Edo Castle, the heart of Edo's government authority. You've essentially directly invaded the most heavily secure base of the entire country. Holy shit. Oh. Already in trouble. There's no telling who or what might be nearby or what could happen even from our end. Master Kiara, please be as careful as possible. Yes, that's true. At this point in history, Edo... The fuck? Hold on. Edo Castle was so tightly guarded that not even a fly could get through unnoticed. If a thief or spy did manage to sneak in, the guards would surround them 10 and perhaps even 20 to 1, or at least I thought they would. But instead, it's eerily quiet here. Why? It's almost as if you can take stock of your surroundings later. You are almost on top of the servant reading we were targeting. Please rendezvous with them first. Once they've joined you, you can start gathering information. Let's go, Kiara. Alright, I am very disappointed, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be today. And I was so looking forward to being pinned down by guards. Yo, this girl is a freaky. Freaky. I see them over here. Oh. Oh, so that is Shiva's wife, Parvati, or rather, a pseudo-servant of her. Perhaps she was able to hold out better by virtue of being a divine spirit, or maybe there is another reason why she was the only one to evade capture. And anyway, she did great holding out against the enemy's reverse summoning. Ah yes, she must be wonderfully strong-willed. We had better help her before the enemy or whoever can steal her away. Hey Par, it's me, Dante Jaeger. That kimono really suits you, Par. No. Huh? I said no. I am not the Indian goddess Parvati. Oh no, Par's on the fritz. Hey, I do not know what that means, but I can still tell you're treating me like some sort of lunatic. Still, I suppose that's understandable since I have yet to tell you my name. Very well then, I don't know. I still don't know who you are, but I will tell you who I am. I am the one who oversees Ooku here in Edo Castle. Once, I also served as the third Shokugan Tokugawa Iemitsu's wet nurse. My surname is Saito, my given name Fuku. Now, I go by the name bestowed upon me by the imperial court, Kasuga no Subone. Say what? Oh my, oh my, oh my, ara. The Kasuga no Subone is one of the most famous women in Japanese history. Although given how great your surprise is, Master, I'm guessing she doesn't look quite how you expected. It's not that. Apart from her outfit, that's definitely the Parvati we know. What in the world is going on here? I'm afraid it's kind of complicated. Oh, to be clear, I am the goddess Pavarti you know, Shiva's wife, goddess of elegance and grace, all of that. For a while, I was a little worried how this would all turn out, but I feel much better now that you're here, Dante. Wait, what? Huh? What could these readings mean? Is there someone else there inside of your spirit origin? I see, so you are acquaintances of Lady Parr. Please forgive my earlier outburst. I'm afraid I still don't understand what's going on very well myself, but I'll do my best to explain what I can. It's only proper after all. Ahem. This is of course not my own body. I had fallen ill and was waiting for death to take me. In fact, I think it was after the final thread joining me to this light had snapped that Lady Parr rescued me. At that moment, I noticed something strange was happening in Edo Castle and had a flash of insight. It must have been the heavens themselves, or perhaps Lord Tosu Daigongin, who delivered this Indian goddess to me in my hour of need. They must want me to use this goddess's body and power to do something about this predicament. Okay, first of all, I don't know who that is, but how the hell can they deliver a goddess to you? They would have to literally pray for that goddess, wouldn't they? To ask that? Or unless they're somehow strong, I don't know the freaking lore of this. It just sounds strange as hell to me. Okay. As I said earlier, I don't think that's what's going on here. Of course it is, it must be, I am at least reasonably sure. How else could something this preposterous, this absurd, this ridiculously far-fetched even happen? If her voice is anything to go by, she has a lot more energy than I expected. But never mind that. What is this predicament happening at Edo Castle right now? I am neither a warrior nor do I practice any kind of sorcery. I was only given this current title thanks to the little skill I have with a naginata. The significance of this could not be clearer. The predicament I speak of has befallen Edo Castle innermost chambers where no man but the shogun himself is allowed to enter. I speak of course of the place where the shogun's wife and concubines live, the Ooku. I don't know how or why, but everyone in Edo Castle has completely disappeared and in their place. Those Ooku has transformed into the labyrinth that appears to reach deep into the bowels of the earth. Well, that escalated quickly. Alright, now let's actually go and play around with the things. Act 1, the Tokugawa invasion. Let's actually do some rolls now. I am perfectly ready and prepared for these rolls. Oh, actually, hold on. Now that I think about it, shouldn't... no, still got 8 days left. That's fine. 8 more days, I can get more of those. But for right now, let's go to the summoning and try to summon in Kama. Whoa. Let's see if we can get lucky. We definitely need all of the freaking the CEs for this mission, for this route as well. So I'm going for the CEs. Battle of Camelot. So yeah, so far, no useful CEs. Freaking assassins. Ugh. Okay, that was a first. Let's do it again. Soul Eater, wow. Freaking writers. Okay, so we got freaking another version of Parvati. I mean, of course. Of course, we were going to get Parvati for that one. Actually, I probably should change the freaking name of this to literally Rolling for Parvati. Rolling for karma, not rolling for Parvati. Damn, it hasn't even reached an hour yet, but it's about to reach an hour. So yes, we have Parvati. I think that's literally that has to be like my 5th Parvati. Oh, finally got a CE that I was definitely probably going to need. Coolin'. A freaking berserker. Gene K. The Art of Death. Always got to be something strange. Celsus von Hohenheim. Every time I see the name Hohenheim, I just think of Full Metal Alchemist. Divine Construct Excalibur. Spring Beauty. Number 2, apparently. And let's keep going. Firefighter spirit. That's freaking weird. That's even a thing. Firefighter spirit. Yay! Mental affection. Bronze link manipulator. Archer Gilgamesh child. Again, Atlas Institute because of course, why not? A whole lot of useless CEs. The imaginary element. I'm definitely gonna have to get rid of a lot of these fucking CEs that I have. Sakura Special Bento. Because you know you need a lot of those, especially when you're trying to summon a Sakura. You definitely need one of those. A beast brawn. Hausinjin. Bad feeling about this. This probably won't be my lucky draws. Luckily, I have the rest of this week in order to do this. Not the rest of this week, but the rest of this month. Then hopefully the month afterward, I'll be willing to. Because I want Kiara, I want Kama, and I want Kiara for the second. Phenomenal species. Because of course. Necromancy. Oops. Okay. Moments of truth. Not getting a lot of freaking assassins. I thought my luck would be a lot better with assassin style characters anyway. The cleaner. Geronimo. Watch, I'm gonna end up getting a 4-star again. And probably not even a 4-star servant, but more of a 4-star CE. Yeah, a lot of the freaking things I'm getting are not even assassin classes. The final narrator. And I basically didn't get anything for this one. Oh well. Going on to these. It was thanks to the previous event that I even got those. I never do freaking hell. I never do well on these. Oh my god, the freaking Shinji thing. Once we're done with all these, then I'm just gonna have to get off because my freaking phone is probably on the verge of dying right now. Useless servants. Freaking Art of Death, wow. That's pretty much it. Basically just do this. Damn, can't even get more CEs. Like, at the very least, give me useful CEs. Thank you very much, but apparently not. Like, anyway. But didn't even need useful CE, I don't believe. Wait, what? Parvati. Like, whoop-de-doo, Parvati, yay. So there you guys have it. That was the ending of this roll, and we have once again a dud. I always get these duds, so no comma in this one, so I'll just have to try again sometime soon. Anyways, guys, this has been Hunter Royjack, and I hope you guys all enjoyed my playthrough, and I will be back hopefully tomorrow with some more. So see you guys